When I was a kid, one of the best games, well, when I wasn't playing video games, was hide and seek. This is like one of those games where, you would tuck yourself behind a couch, maybe underneath a bed, in a closet, or maybe behind a tree or something, or under the jungle gym if you were playing outside. And the whole thrill was with the very basic, simple premise of don't get found. But here's the thing about real life. Some of us are still playing that game. Well, not with our bodies though, but with our pain, our struggles, our disappointments. See, we're hiding the parts of ourselves we don't want anyone to see. And the longer we hide them, the harder it is to root and get those things to come out. Healing starts when you realize this just isn't a game anymore. This is real life. Welcome back, guys. You're listening to the Emmanuel Dr. EG3 podcast. I'm Emmanuel George, but most folks around here just call me Dr. EG3. And today we going there. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about some healing. And I'm not talking about that shiny, visible, internet appropriate posting that gets the applause. I'm talking about the private, quiet, behind the scenes work that nobody sees but you. Healing the parts that you've been hiding. Now, you know what's funny? Some of the messiest closets in our house are not the ones that we never use. They're actually the ones that we use every single day. See, whenever we got a new house, I would buy those sets that have everything has its place and the shelves and the drawers and the new racks. And it was always pretty amazing because see what happened is that the shelves were organized. The shoes had their places. I got the little cubby so that my wife can have, her purses and her bags and her knick-knack and doodads, whatever the ladies have. Everything had its place. Everything was tidy. And because we use it every day, we tried to make it where everything served a purpose. Every little corner, every little crevice. When I got dressed, it was a jacket in, jacket out, bag in, bag out. See, no problem. But see, over time, all of that organization that I had started slipping. One shoe would be tossed on the floor, bag shoved in a corner versus in the cubby that it was supposed to, putting it back where it's supposed to go. Every time I would have like a random item that I didn't know what to deal with, I just kind of tossed it or put it somewhere, just kind of crammed it in. Look, it's not where it's supposed to be, but I'll deal with it later. Each little decision felt small or even harmless. But over time, those little quick decisions built up. And one day, I go to look in the closet and I'm like, holy smokes, what did I do here? I couldn't even use it the way it was supposed to be because stuff was just everywhere. And what felt as though once served me was now kind of inhibiting me a little bit because my stuff was out of order, out of place, and the shirts and the jackets and things weren't color arranged. And it didn't happen overnight. It was slow. It was pretty much unconscious, to be honest with you. But it was this building of just stuff that forced me to the point where I had to deal with it. And then I just realized our lives are really no different. And today I'm going to talk about 3 points that I would like to talk to you about the cost of avoiding doing the things that you need to take care of, especially when it comes to your healing. So point number 1 is avoidance feels easy until it's not. Just throw it in the closet and I'll deal with it later. I think about how when you know what I'm talking about, when guests come over, you're trying to get that last little minute straightening up and cleaning up. And what do? You tuck some things in drawers, you throw things in the closet, and you're pushing to hold the door closed. And just you're thinking, hopefully nobody looked in there. Well, we do those same exact things with our hurts, our mistakes, our disappointments. In the moment, ignoring them just feels easier. Who wants to deal with that? Why face that tough conversation? Why sit with that grief? Why confront that habit that I know is not serving me? Just push it down. Keep it moving. But the truth is, that bill of avoidance? It always comes due. See, that closet looks fine for a while until it didn't, and so does your life. That's why some of us wake up exhausted, overwhelmed, maybe even a little bitter. And we can't trace it back to one big event. It's the buildup. Healing begins when you realize later isn't going to work for me anymore. Number 2, unseen weight shapes your life. See, when you have guests come over and you're stuffing things in the closet and, making sure no one sees it, you think, hey, it's contained. Nobody can see it. It's out of sight, out of mind. But the reality is it's not. Every time you have to go back to that door or open that closet, you can feel it. You can see it. And eventually, it'll start to spill over, affecting how you use the spaces around it. And guess what? That's how the unhealed parts of our lives work. So you may think nobody sees it, nobody recognizes it. You think you're doing a good job hiding it, and you think it's just your thing. But eventually it starts to leak out. It shows up maybe in your tone, maybe your energy's different. Relationships feel a little different. And how about this? Even your health. Those headaches, or maybe that tightness in your shoulders, that uneasy stomach you feel. See, you can try to hide the pain, but you can't stop it from shaping you. Healing is the choice to stop letting what's hidden run your life and let your life be open. And number 3, facing it costs you less than carrying it. Yes, cleaning the closet is inconvenient. You got to take all the things out. You got to create all these separate piles on the floor. You have the keep pile, you have the donate pile, you have the trash pile. There's dust. Whole Saturday, Sunday, just gone, right? But here's the thing. Once I faced the closet, the weight of it lifted. It was hard in the moment, but freeing afterwards. And healing our inner parts are just like that. It's costly up front. Therapy costs time and money. Forgiveness might cost us a little pride. Slowing down may cost us momentum of moving forward. But here's the deal. What it gives back to you is peace, joy, energy. How about freedom? Carrying unhealed wounds costs you far more in the long run. It costs you relationships, opportunities, or even, how about this, a sense of yourself. And the only way to lighten those loads is to face it. So here's my challenge to you this week. What's your closet? That place that you've been shoving things, telling yourself you'll deal with it later. I want you to take inventory of all the things that you've shoved in there. Write it down, name it, and then ask, what is one step I can take this week to start to heal from it? So if this episode hit home for you, share it with someone who might need the reminder. Don't let them carry the hidden weight of this alone. Know that someone's out there listening and talking and engaging with them. And somewhere on this page for yourself, make sure you click the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the episodes that we have. And as always, if you need more help and resources, you can go to my website, emmanuelgeorge.com. But I want you to remember, the work of healing is worth it because you deserve to live a whole and free life. And I always want you to know, guys, as always, I love you much.